Hello everybody. I'm going to replace the battery in my 2000 Chevy Suburban. I'm going to try to go step by step. It's a 2500 series. There's my new battery, and I gathered the tools, so Alright, so on this particular model, the battery's on the driver's side front or left front. And some of the other models, they're on the other side where the air box is at. And on the dual battery, sometimes they'll be over here and here, or over there and here. With this battery, from when I marked it last, it's only, well, today's September 12th. Well, not even 4 years. So this has been sitting all summer. So I use a 5/16 ratchet. And you can see they're greasy because I greased them pretty good. And this truck's not supposed to have a dual terminal, which is side post and top post. But because I do a lot of mechanic work and mobile mechanic work, it's easier to do jumps from the top post rather than trying to get jumper cables back in here. All right, so the negative's off. It's full of grease. And what I don't like about this design with the battery being so buried in the corner is that if the negative isn't off, if the negative cable isn't off and you slip while this is touched, you hit the fender, yeah, it can pop a couple fuses. Alright, so now move this cable out of the way. This isn't easy to get to battery. That's why I'm doing a quick video. So I'm going to try to move this cable all the way out of the way. And there's the hold down. And a lot of vehicles over the years, the hold down's not there. And there's different styles. This is the 1/2 inch or 13 millimeter, and that's what I'm using. 13 millimeter, 12 inch, 3/8 extension, and I'm using my 3/8 flex head ratchet. Reverse. And this is going to come off pretty easy because it's greased. Well greased. Because when they're not, the welded on nut usually stays, the threads stay clean, but it's the bottom part of the bolt, as you can see, this one's even rusty, is exposed to the elements. So I heavily grease these, and that's why it's like, this is a slime grease on there that's mixed with water right now. And I just take the hold down, take it out, set it this way. This one is universal, it can go both ways, but I'm going to place it the way I took it out. And then from there, you don't have to, I'm going to try to do this while I'm holding this with one hand. These batteries are a little heavy. I don't remember, I don't think I have to take this crossbar out. So I have to tip the battery a little bit. I need one of those forehead cameras so I can have my both hands I'm going to try to prop this up so you can still see what I'm doing. Just going to put my... This is a little taller battery. All right. It's just hooked a little bit on the cable. All right. There's the old battery. And my new one, same brand. I got a commercial account. It's past the warranty, but we'll see if maybe they can do something. LED's on since this battery's charged. I do like to mark the dates for reference. 9/20. Now this battery was made July. My old battery, I put it in 16, and the sticker, the sticker probably came off. Don't waste time doing that. All right. I'm gonna prop this back up and put the battery in. Oh, before I do that, now would be a time, mine's wet, it's actual water, it's not battery acid. This isn't bad. Now would be the time, if anything's broke and you have the time to replace your battery tray before you put the new battery in. It's all downhill from here. Don't want to force it in there, so maybe I'll take the bracket out, maybe I won't. How does the carpenter say it? If it doesn't fit, force it. Yeah, you don't want to do that. As you see me pushing on it. Oh, I think it's digging into the mounting bolt of the battery tray. All right, dropped right in. Not literally, I mean, I had to put some effort into it, but I wasn't pushing on any wires or putting extreme pressure on anywhere on the battery case. So, next step, reverse process. The last thing I took out was the battery. It's the first thing I put back in. But I left the protectant plastic covers on. I'm going to put this down there next. And there's still some grease on here. There's actually a lot. The videos doesn't show it, but there's a lot down in inside the threads. Yeah, most vehicles you can't get your hand down on the hold down. I'll say probably half the vehicles I've worked on, it's nearly impossible to be able to even start this bolt by hand. All right, I started by hand. Flip this. Just gonna snug it down when I get it in. I'm not gonna tighten it all the way down yet. I'm gonna make sure that I have it center. I like to keep it away from this fender as much as possible. So I'm gonna slide the battery down. Okay, now I'm gonna tighten. Now I'll tighten it down. So yeah, there's no prep work done on this, so I'm not going to edit this video. The only thing I did was I just gathered the tools. Give a little crank on this. All right, doesn't have to be super tight. It's not going to go anywhere. I've seen batteries sit here and wobble around. All right, so now I'm going to take off the positive. Just unscrews or pulls right off. Grab my positive cable, which is still full of grease. I got a little corrosion there in the corner, I see. But now what I do with these is, again, start them by hand. You're not gonna be able to, well, you might be able to see this. Gotta wiggle a little while you're starting it by hand. These are a very coarse thread. Doesn't take a lot of turns to get this tight. And I've seen these strip. This is a ratchet, but it's 5/16. And when these strip, that's when you got to put vice grips on here. Or changed it, it's usually like a 12mm or 13mm head bolt that goes in here. Which I can't stand when I see that, but that's people. I'm just gonna throw a battery on. Right, same thing here. Just make it see a little better. Starting it by hand or with my fingers, wiggling a little bit, make sure it's still going in easy. All right. Hear it ratchet. Now I'm going to position this, make sure it's seated. And I got a lot of grease, so it's going to tighten much easier. Like I said, I usually just snug them down, and next time I do my oil change, this is stuff that I do. I check stuff like this, believe it or not. It's preventive maintenance because I drive far with this thing. You want to make sure, go back and check, like that's loose. See, after I tightened it, I don't know if you can see that, I can move the whole cable, so that's not tight. Too much grease. Ha 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 ha. All right, let's check that. All right. Okay. All right, and I dated it. Make sure all the stuff is off from underneath the hood of your vehicle. And good thing I got springs on here. I've had these hoods fall down on my head. All right. Wipe my greasy hand off. Let's see if I at least have power now. I don't know if it's going to start. This thing's been sitting for a long time. But before I start it, so much time I got left in this video. Oh, we got power. I mean, I did check this a while back. I just want to make sure. Yep. Right at I got enough. Who cares? I'm a mechanic. I'll just get another motor. started. Let's shut back off. Just letting the fuel pump prime. All right, there we go. Oh, this isn't a carburetor years. I have people start them up after they've been sitting, they just start revving them. I'm like, oh, guys. Okay, well, that's how you change a battery in a 2000 Chevy Suburban. Thank you for watching. And if you liked the video, please subscribe and give it a like. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.